like to call to order the Cottrellville Township special meeting and a public hearing for the adoption of proposed renewal of resolution for fire and police protection services and the repair and maintenance of township roads. Today is Wednesday, September 14th, 2022, and we are starting at 7:04 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Can we have the roll call attendance, please?
Tom?
Here.
Bev?
Here.
Mary Agnes?
Here.
Carl? Sherry? Here. Carl's absent.
Excused, yes, he called. All right, the next item is agenda approval, which we really don't need because we do not add or delete anything at this type of meeting. It's going to be a public hearing to start, and it's held today, September 14th, for the purpose of renewal of the special assessment for fire and police protection and repair and maintenance of township roads. It is a renewal. For fire and police protection is the same as 4 years ago, 0.8808 plus 0.1192 mils, which makes up a total of 1 mil. And for the fire roads, it's a half a mil. The special assessment would be for the winter tax bill of 2023 through 2027. The first year would raise approximately $228,441.75 for all three items. There are summary sheets of the past 4 years indicating both revenue raised and also what was spent and the accomplishments of the road work that completed for this purpose. That's in your folder. There is a copy of values that was out on the table there for a proposed millage request over the next 5 years if approved for fire and police and repairs of our maintenance of our township roads, and these values are furnished on the table in the lobby. And I think you probably have seen it already. Barb, you got one you can show me? Raise it up, yeah.
This is
That's for, that's for,
and here's out of our audit book for the fire, and our audit book for the roads and the police.
okay. Barb is our assessor, Barbara Schutt, and she's gonna, is it on? Might be talking too low, Barb.
Okay.
Okay, so if you wanna, before we actually open the public hearing, do you wanna give a rundown on some of these things that we wanna make sure?
Sure, hopefully maybe it'll help answer some questions. Like Mary Agnes said, it is a renewal. We've been doing this since 2019. It was first year was on summer and winter. After that, it's strictly on your winter bill. It is a renewal, so the fact that the special assessment is in place, you can just do the second public hearing instead of starting out with the first public hearing. Everyone was sent based on the 2022 taxable value, and that 1.5 is a total millage. Everybody was sent a notice for that. We've had 2 advertisements in the paper. We did receive 4 letters back that we weren't able to forward on to anybody. We also had 2 letters of protest that came in. It is the same rate, like Mary Agnes said. It is on real property only, not personal property. If you want to protest this further to the tax tribunal, like your letter had said, you can do it 35 days, up to 35 days after this hearing, after the passing of the resolution to confirm it. We used to have forms that we would be able to give to you, but now everything's done on the computer, so you would have to actually go to the Michigan Tax Tribunal website and get the small claims petition for the special assessment. And once the resolution is adopted by the board, that confirms this role, and that the board will be having in their packet to make that decision later. That's all I have.
Okay. Any board members have any questions? I'll open the public hearing at 7:08. All right, when you come in, we would ask you to approach the podium, please, and state your name and address and whatever you'd like to say.
Eugene Moore, 7414 Broadbridge, Cottrellville Township. Can I get a copy of your ledger for what you spent so far for road commission, or for the roads, fire, and, I just want to see where the balance is. Because I thought when we first did this, this was only going to be a temporary thing for a few years.
Well, we're still fixing things, Gene.
No, so I just want to see how much, because I know before we did it for the fire authority, how much we actually spent.
Yeah,
I just want to see where the numbers are.
sure.
Do you have an extra copy?
I got an extra one of these.
Is that the fire?
That's the fire.
Okay, that's this one, so you got that one. Okay, here's the fire protection out of our auditing and our police, and you're wanting roads.
On the roads, I explained where all the things that we spent it on.
No, here's roads, I didn't do the top, I'm sorry.
Are these copies? I can-
Yep.
Yeah, you can have them. Okay. Anything else? Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
I'm Roseanne. I'm not giving my last name nor my address. If this is a renewal, how come our taxes are going up from it? Shouldn't the millage be the same? Because my letter states my taxes are going up about $100 because of this.
Millage rate is the same. What is different is each year since 1994, when they passed Proposal A, taxable value has gone up the inflation rate. They used to call it Consumer Price Index or CPI. Now it's called inflation rate multiplier. State changes names. But whatever that is given to us in October by the state, that causes your taxable value to go up.
With these millages.
No, with your taxable value, whatever your
Right.
previous year taxable
Right.
is, times whatever the inflation rate multiplier is, will equal the following year's taxable value.
Okay.
That new taxable value times the same millage rate that we had the last 4 years is what is your value.
Okay, so us as taxpayers paying this money supposedly for fire and that, and roads, why is Shortcut the way it is when half the time you can't even drive down that road because it's so potted, and they do a temporary fix, like every 3 months, throw some stone in there and that's it. That road gets so bad.
That's the project we're gonna do next.
I'm gonna do it the right way?
Well, yeah, but we can only do a portion of it at a time, because when we started out here, before I got this millage, I thought we could do that whole road, and we couldn't. The previous supervisor signed for it like 3 years in a row and never finished it. She never put the money aside for that. So there was nothing in the budget. So that's when I had come up with this idea to try and get a road millage so that we could do these extra things. Now I can do, let me see here. It's on the record for this next meeting, right after this one. Okay, it's request for approval of Cottrellville Township for an application for the local road system funding program for 2023. And it's to do the first, from Marsh Road down to, I think the address is 6039, if I remember correctly. And that's what we're gonna do first. And then, and we're gonna put in 100,000, we've got that set aside already, and then the county's gonna give us 100,000. And then the next year, and I put it right on the application, you can see it in this paperwork, that another 100,000 will take it a little bit further. And then the last one will be less than, probably around 70,000, if stuff doesn't go up higher than it was. But that whole road will take us 3 years to do. But if this millage doesn't go through, if we don't use this millage again, then we have to withdraw that, because we don't have the money,
Who decides if that millage is going through or not?
this board.
So,
Same one
shouldn't
that
that be
did it last
something
time.
that us as taxpayers vote on?
You can vote on it, but we tried voting on it before, and it
Right,
and
it
it
failed,
failed
which
4
tells you
times.
that the taxpayers did not want to dish out any more money, and then
Okay,
I
but
believe you guys took
what are
it
you
in your
gonna
own
do for fire
hands then.
protection if there's no money to pay the bill? That's what happened, when I came in, the money was gone down to 180,000. And at the time, we were paying $100,000 for fire protection to the Marine City Area Fire Authority. Now, there would have been enough to pay that 1 year, but then 80,000 was all that was left.
Correct me if I'm wrong, and I might be. Isn't it now, though, that the fire department can send you a bill, me personally, that I have to pay, that they came out to my house?
No, we're not doing it that way anymore. We were doing that before. And then everyone was in here complaining about, what do we pay taxes for? Except that there was no millage for taxes. This is the first millage that Cottrellville Township's ever had.
So if, God forbid, if the fire department had to come to my house, then I'm not responsible to pay for that then?
No, you are not.
All right, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Hello, Rebecca Dragmiller. I was just curious, how do you find out like what policemen and firemen, how much do they make? What do we pay them? What's their salaries? How do you?
You'd have to go to the Marine City Area Authority that we have in Marine City. It meets every 2 months. Let me see if I can tell you what wages are. Wages are, for 2021, they were $255,000 for wages.
Per person?
No.
Oh.
The whole budget. Good Lord.
I'm
I did
sorry.
Yeah, or firewoman, yes.
Okay,
that's the
that's
whole
how much everybody,
Right.
that's
And
okay.
that's divided amongst 4 of us, 4 municipalities. Cottrellville, the city of Marine City, half of China Township, and half of East China.
Oh.
So everybody gets a percentage. Now, in that paperwork, again, that was on the table, what they do is they take the runs for the last 3 years and they average it, and that's how they determine. Our budget for this year is $515,950. And the Marine City had an average of 49% of the calls. So they're paying $252,815. Cottrellville is number 2. We have 26% of the calls, and ours is going to be $134,147.
Okay.
East China pays 16%, and China has 9%. But see, they belong to another authority in St. Clair as well, and they pay the other half of their bill. Most of their land is in the district that's policed by the St. Clair Area Fire Authority.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Mrs. Dragmiller, I don't know what street you lived on.
Yeah, what's her address?
Mrs. Dragmiller?
I'm sorry.
What is your address? I didn't,
558 Green J. It's a Shangri-La Trail.
okay. Yes, sir.
Good evening. My name is Chris. Address and stuff really doesn't matter.
Well, if you're coming to this meeting to complain, we have to have it for the record.
All right,
So we can prove
6615 Indian Trail,
What's your last name?
Kettle Hut, K-E-T-E-L-H-U-T.
Okay, K-E-G-T.
T, E-L-H-U-T.
Okay, sir.
And I don't know if it's a complaint or not, I'm trying to get educated here.
No, well, we're here to teach you.
All right, so you guys want more money from us?
No, we don't want more. We just want to renew what we already have.
Right. Go ahead, say something.
Can you step up to the podium, because we can't pick you up way over there, I'm sorry.
I'm Paul Lovett. I live at 7151 South River Road. And you've been assessing this village over the last 4 years. Our property values, taxable values have been going up. It's so that village, you're collecting more every year based on that village, correct?
Right.
Well, it just seems to me, in light of all of the stuff that we are facing today, that I would encourage all of you to really consider this and maybe cut it back and really prioritize where you spend that money. Because everybody here, I am sure, is getting clobbered right now, whether it's inflation, the price of gas, and everything else. So I think it's important to understand, and with everybody here, that with that village, you're paying more every year on it, and you will pay more over the next 4 years. Every time your taxes go up. The taxable value on your home goes up, then you will pay more via this millage. And I think, I hope you will consider very carefully either cutting it back or stopping it altogether. The people in this community deserve a break. We're getting it way too hard.
Okay, well, the problem with that is the Marine City Fire Authority is a 25-year contract. So in order for us to withdraw out of there, we're gonna have to pay off the truck that they just bought. And that would cost us another $100,000. So where are we gonna get that money?
But why weren't we told that we were funding their investments?
Why weren't you not told? This has been going on for,
No, for them to go and buy a fire truck.
because you can't only use a
Based
fire
on
truck
our
for 20
commitment.
years. Then you have to change it. You have to
See,
get a different one.
that's where it's very important going forward to be transparent with the voters in this community and what the real costs of it are. So what you're basically telling us
Well, that's
is
what
that
this
we
is.
cannot get out of it.
We can't get out of it. It was somebody that wrote into this agreement way before any of us were here. It's an agreement that was started in, I don't know, Tom, when was that?
Tom Raymond was in here, I believe.
Yeah, and he's been gone, what, 15?
2010,
Yeah, something like that.
It's been in effect for a long time, but
Well, essentially what it's done is it's saddled the people of Marine City and Cottrellville Township with another debt. And I think as a leader, you need to look into this and bring that kind of agreement that is so short-sighted.
Okay, well, the next time it comes up, I'll mention it. But
Do it
like I say,
as-
we got 25 years to pay for this.
I just feel right now, it's a double whammy. And I just object to paying the full tilt on that, because it does go up every year.
Well, that's because your property increases every year.
Everything goes up every year, not to interrupt you, but everything goes up
Sure.
every year. I've got a trucking company. I was paying $2 a gallon not that many years ago. Now I'm paying over $5.
I know that. I
And
have a business
tires
too.
doubled. Everything.
I know that, and that's where I believe, where you possibly have some control over it, that elected officials ought to look real hard before they start laying more expenses on all the members of the community, especially this community.
We're
It is
doing,
very hard.
I think we're being very
Frugal.
frugal, and that's why Shortcut Road hasn't been fixed yet. We've been trying to get this thing fixed for 10 years, at least. And the money, the culverts are going out, we're fixing crossroad culverts, everything costs us more too, like everybody else.
I understand that, but I am urging you to consider some other alternative, if there is one, as opposed to slamming us with more taxes.
Okay, well, I don't know that we can do that at this point in time. But just so you know,
basically, what you're telling me is you're just gonna approve it.
I'm going to vote for it. Yes, sir, I am.
Excuse me, Tom, you brought up these culverts. I have a
Thank you,
quarter
sir.
mile of frontage, so I got hit with this 3 culverts that we got, pretty good. I have 1 car. Never seen these culverts in 8 years since I moved here. Why did they charge each household the same amount of money, regardless of your road frontage? Why did I have to pay for a quarter mile road frontage when you have 100 foot, so you get assessed 100 foot and I get 500 foot? We both have the same amount of cars. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not fair. That was not a fair assessment. And you brought up the culvert thing, not me.
No, I'm just saying, it's,
Yeah, everybody should have
Indian
been
Trail didn't
assessed
get no
like
culverts.
Richmond and some of the other townships did, the same exact amount of money. Then everybody paid a fair share, not because your piece of property is larger on the road. I've never seen these culverts. I don't drive that way. I don't even know where they're at.
was it a road cleaning project they did?
No, it was the last one that we come up here for last year sometime. But I know that's not what we're here for.
Well, we put in 4, the first 2 years, we put in 4 on Marsh Road.
Right,
Because they were going to, I said, what do I do if I
I
can't
understand.
afford this? Let me finish.
Okay,
I said, what are we gonna do if I can't pay for this? He says, well, just shut the road down. All they'll allow is local traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from Marine City Highway down to Chartier, they were gonna shut that off.
Mm-hmm.
And the one road was so bad that we figured if a gravel train went through there with 50 ton on, and that culvert would happen to give way, it would roll over on a car in the next lane, and it might wipe out a whole family. So that's why we had to get going on this
I
stuff.
understand
We
that.
couldn't put up with that stuff.
I understand
And
that.
4 of them we fixed.
I understand that. I get it.
You don't
It's
drive on
broke, you
Marshall?
gotta fix it. But it doesn't mean I have to pay 5 times as much as you do, because I live on Indian Trail and I have a quarter mile of frontage. And I was assessed, because I have a quarter mile of frontage, I wasn't assessed $50. If every homeowner paid $50, the amount of money would have been the same. You would have assessed everybody the same amount of money, not based on your 50-foot lot, your 500-foot lot.
I don't,
Mary Agnes, when was he assessed?
he wasn't assessed anything. I think he's talking about with the money that we spent on the Marsh Road, because we didn't put
No,
any,
it was 3 culverts, if I remember, maybe 4 at the most.
in front of Indian Trail, on Indian
No,
Trail?
no, I don't know where they were in Cottrellville Township.
Okay, well, I'm telling you where they are. They were
Yeah,
on Marsh Road.
I didn't care. Everybody should have been assessed the same amount.
Okay, well, that's not the way,
But that's not, Tom brought it up.
no, that's not the way we do it.
Yeah.
No. it
Well,
can't
that's
be.
the way it should have been done,
It
because
can't
that's
be
fair. We're talking about being fair.
Well, sometimes things aren't fair.
Yes, I
mean,
agree.
if you have a.
Same thing with this
If you have a $1
village.
million house on the river, you don't think that person should pay more taxes than
You know what,
that
I
may
have a
pay on yours?
$500,000 house, and I paid $250,000 because the lady was losing it. I put another $100,000 into it, trying to get the stink out of it because of the animals she had living there. Doesn't mean I should be assessed. I was blessed and lucky to be able to afford $250,000.
Right.
Just because I have a quarter mile frontage doesn't mean I have the money to pay for that, everybody else. I have 1 car. I don't even use half of these roads. I drive Indian Trail with 26, I don't go socializing, visiting, drive these roads, but whatever. I'm not here for that.
No, that's not what you're here for.
Right, but Tom brought it up, so that's why
Okay,
I
well, I
got to
think
that.
Tom's still a little lost. He's not sure what you're trying to say, but, and I
Well,
know the
if-
assessor is
If they
lost.
want to be fair, everybody
Okay, well,
gets assessed.
that's not how the special
Yeah,
assessment
well, that's
works
the way
in
it
this
should
case.
be fair.
Okay, well,
All right.
it is.
I'm 67 years old. I don't have the money maybe that he has or she has. I still go to work at 67.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be fair.
I'm 69, I'm still working every day.
Yeah, well, by choice, probably. Anyhow, this
No, I
this millage, that's renewal
Mm-hmm.
is, and I'm trying to get an education here, do we have a volunteer fire department here in Cottrellville?
No.
There is no volunteer?
We belong to the Marine City Area Fire
Okay, so
Authority.
there is not a volunteer fire department?
There are
and
probably firemen from the area that work on that.
They're volunteers?
Yes, some of them are.
Okay, and the police isn't St. Clair County, the sheriff's department cover this area?
Right.
Because I've never had a Marine City, I've never been broken into until I moved out in the country. And I've been broken into twice on Indian Trail, twice. Never seen a Marine City cop, lived in St. Clair Shores for 30 years, never locked my door, never took my keys out of my car, nothing. I move out to the country where you think you're safe, been broken into twice.
Well,
I
I'm
offered
sorry
a
to hear that.
$10,000 cash reward, cash, no questions asked. I want to know who broke into my place, twice. My wife feels unsafe, my children, I didn't see a Marine City cop.
Okay, well, it's because.
I
Marine
seen
City
a
doesn't
St.
take
Clair
care of it.
County sheriff. So why would I want to pay for the Marine City police? I'm asking,
You're not paying for the Marine City
who am I
Police.
paying for, St. Clair?
No, just the
We
fire
don't-
authority, that's just for the fire
That's
department.
just fire.
Oh, this is strictly fire, I'm sorry, my bad. I thought it was,
the police too.
Well, we're
yeah,
trying-
I thought it
we
said
don't have a
police and
department.
fire, my bad.
We,
It
we-
does or it doesn't?
does.
I'm old, I can't see either, so. Honest to goodness. Oh, so it is for the police.
yes, but we don't use Marine City. That's not our
So
police
who are
department.
we paying for the police department? We
That
don't
money
have,
is being set aside because when they're gonna open up Marine City Highway, the first thing that Marine City's gonna wanna do is annex what we put in to invest in that to get the sewer and the water out there. One of these days, that's all gotta be taken.
Why did you bring up water?
But it's supposed to be for the police, but
Well,
now we're doing the road.
Well, we're not spending anything on it. It's just staying in the coffers. We're trying to make arrangements to get a zoning administrator, somebody that can actually write tickets to do that sort of thing. We're in the process of doing that. That's what that money's put away for.
I'm sorry, Mary, why did you bring up water?
Why did I bring up what?
Water, sewer and water. We can't get water. I replace my well pump every 2 years. Costs me thousands to replace. On Indian Trail, my neighbors bring water tankers in.
Have you approached us for a new
Yes.
line?
Yes,
And nobody's helped
numerous
you?
times. For 2 years I tried. Tell me what it costs, please. Please tell me what it costs.
I don't know, I don't remember talking to you about it.
People gotta bring tanks of water in,
I know.
all right? I replace my well pump every 2 years.
I believe you. It's salty. I believe you.
Gosh, please, and it's at the corner of the street,
Yeah?
all right? 2 houses away, they have Comcast cable. You know what Comcast told me? $12,000 will bring it to your house.
Most people tell me
You
30,000.
listen to the government talking, everybody, they give all these illegal immigrants phones, and everybody should have access
Okay, you're
to
getting off.
the, no, to the
Getting
internet.
off the tangent here, so.
They should have access to the
If you-
internet.
if you
I
had
can't
done
get it
that-
2 houses away.
3 minutes is the time.
Yeah, you're
All
getting
right,
a
my
little
point
overboard.
is that, you know,
You've made your point, sir. Thank you
yeah,
very much.
we shouldn't be
Appreciate it.
paying, you know, you're telling me now that we don't use the police department,
We don't use the money. It's still there. It's not going anywhere.
then why do I want to give you more money if we're not using it?
It's for
I'm just asking.
It's for the future.
Yes.
You don't, do you want to lose property to the city of Marine City?
I use the sheriff, I pay $5,000,
Okay.
$6,000 a year for the sheriff.
Ma'am, you've already had a chance already.
Oh, you're not allowed a second chance?
No, you're allowed 3 minutes, and I think you're about
Oh,
5 minutes
right.
over.
So just a real quick question, I'm confused, you said that our millage is going up for the police, which you are correct, I never see Marine City out here, it's usually sheriffs. But now you're saying that money is gonna be put aside for Marine City Highway?
No, that's not what I said. I
Well, you
said
said Marine
Marine
City
City
Highway.
Highway is going to have sewer and water here in the next 10 years.
Right,
Okay? And as soon as that goes in, Marine City will annex it, just like they took over the Kmart building. As soon as that was done, that was part of Cottrellville. Okay, we lost that. They annexed it. What we're trying to do is be ready in case the next step happens. And we're trying to be ready. You can't plan for things the next day.
I guess I'm confused, I guess I don't understand. So the police money that you're collecting off of me is gonna go in a
It's a fund.
fund
It's a
to
line
do
item.
what with?
To keep ourselves in, get a zoning administrator to do some ticket writing for blight and that sort of thing. That's
Well,
what we're working on.
but that's not police.
Yes, it is. It's policing. It's enforcement.
Okay.
All right.
Excuse me, Rosa, Rosa, after the meetings, I always, if anybody says anything, I write them a letter so they have the right to protest further. I just didn't need to have your address. Do you?
I'm not gonna give my address.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, she made me give mine.
All right. Approach again.
I got yours. Isn't it 6615? Okay. So she said
You're gonna have to be quiet. This gentleman, we can't hear him.
He took half my time, I gave it to him.
Oh, okay, well, let's,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
all right, go ahead, Mr. Lovett.
I heard you say something about annexation.
Yes.
What specifically, what areas are you talking about?
Anything that touches Marine City, they want to get.
Well, can you be more specific?
Well,
All the way down to Broadbridge Road?
well, they're on Marine City Highway right now at that end. So if they come down, they'll take from China and from us. If there's city sewer and water there, you know they're gonna want it to expand their city. They don't have any place else to go. And what we wanna do is protect that for our own citizens, because if it's gonna be something that would be commercial or industrial, that's gonna bring tax dollars to us, and it makes things easier for all the residences. Right now, we're trying to live on just residential stuff. I think we have 5 businesses in our township.
My point that I want to make is that if we're annexed into the city, then we pay city tax rates. Correct?
I didn't understand what you said.
if they annex, say down to Broadbridge Road, let's say, then the homes would all be taxed by the city, which is a much higher rate than Cottrellville, correct?
Probably, yes. City taxes are more money, yes.
Is that the position of this board, that you want to be annexed into?
No, we don't want to be annexed. That's to stop them. That's to stop them. And one of the things you have to have is a viable police department.
Say that one more time.
I say one of the things you can stop them with, if you become a charter township, and you can stop them from doing that from us. They can't annex into a charter township.
Forget my ignorance. Are we a charter township?
No, we are not.
But we have to have a police force in order to be chartered?
Yes. We have to have access to the police department. At that point, we'd either have to hire Ira, or I guess Clay takes care of Ira. The sheriff, Elginak is taken care of by the sheriff. Sheriff takes care of us too.
I guess my real point is I have no desire to be annexed into the city of.
No, I don't either.
City.
I don't either.
Anyway, just need clarification on that.
All right, very good, sir. Anyone else?
I just have one more question. I'm sorry, I don't need to have to go up there again.
Yes, you do, because people at home can't hear you very well.
At home?
Yeah, this is on television.
What?
Yes, you're on television.
Okay, so I don't understand it all. So we're saving money to protect ourselves from Marine City taking over territory. Let's just
And
say
also
like
to
that.
have an enforcement department in our building department.
How does that money that we're gonna put away prevent Marine City from taking property over?
We'll be able to make arrangements with the police department immediately without going through, taking money out of the general fund to handle it.
To the police department to handle what?
To handle the fact that we have to have police protection in order to keep them on their own side of the road.
So confused.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Am I not explaining this right?
No,
You
you
guys-
probably are.
When you go to the boundary commission, because I worked with one in Clay, when you're in front of the boundary commission, they want to make sure that your unit of government can provide just as much or as best the same quality of services as the people that are annexing you. So if we would have our police and we have our fire, and we have everything, the same thing that Marine City has.
I get ya. I got
that
ya.
they cannot annex
Yeah,
it.
I got ya.
But we can't do it at the last second, we have to have that
Right.
prior to. Plus, we would like Mary Agnes said, to get some type of a zoning person or somebody that can, drive these roads, take a look at things, like you've been broke into twice, just the presence of somebody there. But we need money in that coffer, we can't hire somebody without the money to at least pay him or get
Right,
a
I
car.
understand now about the whole.
Does that help a
Yes,
little bit?
yes, it does.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
But I just asked one question.
Okay, but you gotta step up again, Mr. Lovett, I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, I'm trying to listen. I'm deaf too, blind and deaf.
We get our police coverage with the city of Marine City, right?
I'm sorry?
We pay it to Marine City.
No, we do not. We pay to the sheriff,
Isn't that what?
It's the St. Clair County Sheriff.
Or the fire department.
No, police protection.
They're confused with the authority.
Yeah,
I know, they don't
Marine
understand.
City. Marine City is entirely separate from the Marine City Fire Authority.
Our police protection comes from the county, from the sheriff's department.
But aren't we already paying for that through some of our taxes?
Yes, but we don't have a dedicated car, and we would have to have a dedicated car. And like Barb says, we can't do that by next Monday if something were to happen. We have to be able to be prepared to do this. It's all in the works, and everything takes time, you know that.
Yeah,
I mean, look how long it took me to get fired. 4 years before they would listen to me.
We listen to Ann Arbor, right? I get it.
Okay, very good. All right, is it having to do with this millage?
No, it has to do with the front page article here about Cottrellville.
Okay, well, if it has to do with the millage, we'll listen to you, but you'll have to wait till the next meeting. We'll have one in a few minutes after we get done with this stuff, okay? Anyone else want to speak on the millage?
Can I just ask one question?
Sure.
So.
Can you stand up for the
Oh, I sure will.
thing, Gene? Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're on TV.
So as I'm looking at the checks and balance sheets here, I notice on the year-to-date for 3/31/2022. Why didn't the balance from previous years go over? I have a balance.
What are we looking at? Police, fire, roads, what?
That's okay. So the revenue and expenditure report for the Cottrellville Township, period ending 3/30.
I know, but what is the unit? What, is it police, fire, or
Oh, no, this is the roads.
Oh, roads,
Roads,
oh.
okay. We haven't got the money for it. It doesn't come in till December.
But there's a balance from the previous couple of years.
Not a balance, that's from the year before, yes.
Yeah, but why isn't that balance showing on the year-to-date? It should be accumulating from year to year,
It is accumulating.
but it's not on your balance sheet.
Are you talking about the front one or?
No,
what?
on this sheet here.
The
Oh,
last one, I think that one is the one right out of the computer.
But every year there should be a balance. The first year on this sheet, you guys are telling me you had a balance of 33,701. The next year, a balance of 43,226. And then the next year, a balance of 48,198. So it should put us over 125,125. And why isn't that on our balance sheet?
he's adding.
Can you bring your sheet up to us?
Mary, he's adding each one of these year to date,
Yeah.
for that time period, he's adding them together. Is
Yeah,
that
but it
what
should,
you're doing?
because your year-to-date balance should always be that accumulated dollar amount. And
Yeah, and see, I think she's done it, when you did it, Mary Agnes, did you do like from
I
19 to
just,
20?
I just picked up this was what was highlighted by Lynn, our
Oh,
accountant.
okay.
When She
So-
said pick up the 122, and then the 124, and then the 1765.
So altogether, I guess let me see if they're saying this right. So on the first page, it was from 4/1 of 19 to 3/1 of 20, and it was 33,000 that we had year
Extra.
fund balance.
So at the very beginning of the next
And
sheet.
then for, the same time period, only going to 20, in 20 to 21, it shows that it's 43. So what he's saying, it should be carried over
Yeah,
from.
so the year-to-date balance should have been higher due to the revenue received by millage.
But you're using the 2022, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's looking at each one,
2021, 2022.
yeah.
So
Mary
every year
Ann,
should have added up.
When
So
you look at this, like,
Yeah, but I
goes
took
down-
these sheets right from, and I
Right.
had Lynn tell me what she wanted on each page, and that's what I did.
So
But
we
this is
had-
out of the computer, this is right out of her books.
of what we have left. Because we have, what I think he's saying is, we had the millage rate came in, we had 64,000 came in that year.
Yep, so you
Our
have a
total
balance
is-
of 33,700.
Yeah, and our total, and we spent 30,000 of it on all these little items that are written down that we spent them on culverts
So this is
and
your-
whatever.
this is your running
So this
balance.
would have been our balance.
Yep.
Now, okay, there's our 33, next, net of revenue and expenditures, we have
So I-
33,000.
When I added up all the balances, we should have a balance of $125,125.
See, I don't know the sheets that well, I'm sorry.
That's why I kind of asked you.
But I see what you're saying, but I don't know what those sheets are, so see, I don't know if I can find out. There's 43. And decrease. I understand what he's saying, but I'm sorry, I can't tell you, I don't know, I don't work with these sheets.
Can our treasurer help us or no?
Can you see what she did?
Find it.
Oh, right here. I see what he's done. He's got the road, okay?
Okay.
And then this is what, it showed that it came in on taxes, this for back in 19 to 20, on the property taxes, it came in at 64,000. We spent 30, and these are the things we spent them on, that equals that.
Right, from that.
So that shows that we got this much left over.
And that's from that, right?
Yeah, this minus this equals
Right,
what
right.
that is. And that's what this sheet is, like I said, I don't know, this is out of Lynn's computer, and this shows that we had that.
And does that equal the one that's on the front?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and then for the next time, for the next period, the next 20 to 21, we got this 66, we spent this, and we got this.
This is left.
Right, but see, We got 40, but what he's saying is, and this, I don't know, I don't deal with this, but he's saying the 33 would have been what we had left over at the end of that tax time. At the end of this tax time, he's saying it was just from 1920.
All I can tell you is that these were done as line items only, and no money can be used out of that fund for anything except fire, road, and so forth. And I agree, there should have been a cumulative balance, but I don't know why our program doesn't do that. Do you understand that?
He's saying,
I don't deal with the computer programming, so that's why I don't know much, and I thought maybe that one of the girls would know, but that's why I went to Lynn, she was our accountant, and I said, I need to show these people what we received in revenues and what we spent, and then I went through all the work orders from the county to show what they spent the money on and what the amount was, and then it balanced to what we had left in the account. And it is supposed to be an accumulative balance, but like I said, it's, I did exactly as she said to do.
Because I sit here and look at the numbers on paper, we're $125,000 short.
Well, we're not short anything. Yeah.
This is what you guys give me tonight.
Indicated.
Yeah, so let me find out and I'll get with you tomorrow after, well, is Lynn coming in tomorrow, you guys?
no.
No, she probably won't be until Monday or Tuesday. Can you hang on till I get there and then I'll call you? And I'll make a copy and I'll email it over to you?
Kind of lets them know too, where, if we're putting this money in the fund, we want to make sure the money's actually staying in the fund.
Yes, it's staying in the fund. You don't have to worry about that. Ever since I've been here, none of that shoveling that they were playing Russian roulette with before is being done. Every line item, anything that we get money for, it cannot be spent on anything else. We just don't allow it. And he's probably the tightest wad right over there. And Tom, anything with sewer and water, he always asks, do we have the money to take care of that? And we're on top of all of that for just that reason. So, but I will get with you as soon as I get with Lynn, all right? And then I'll either give you a copy by email or I'll bring it to the planning commission meeting. All right, fair enough?
Fair enough.
All right, everyone else understand what's going to happen here? Any other questions, concerns? All right. Barb, you got anything else you want to say? I think you covered all the
Yep, I'm just,
points.
one reason why we wanted the names and addresses is tomorrow I will be writing you guys all a letter and a link that you want to, that you said something tonight, you have the right now to appeal further, so send you that link on letterhead, so you'll be able to protest if you so want to.
Rose, do you understand what she just said? Mm-hmm. Okay, because if we don't have a way to get a hold of you, we can't prove that you were here, and you have to prove that you were at this meeting. And I don't have your last name or your address.
I'd rather not give it.
Okay.
On TV, so that's proof right there.
Well, yeah, but it's hard to put that in a file and send it to the tax tribunal, I'll tell you. All right, if there's nothing else, we're gonna close the meeting. Is it have to do with this?
No.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to wait, Mr. Roberts, okay? All right, we're gonna close because everybody comes in to visit me. 7:47 is the time that we're gonna close the meeting. Is there any board member comments? All right, hearing none, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve or deny a copy of the special assessment described that appeared on the township website, and copies are made available on the table of the lobby in the township hall for review. Do we have a motion to approve or deny? I would so move to approve, please.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by me and a second by Bev. All in favor signify by roll call vote, please. Sherry?
Tom?
Yes.
Bev?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes.
Carl is excused. Okay, motion carried. All right, do you guys want to adjourn for a few minutes, or do you want to go right into the next meeting that should have started 25 minutes ago? Paul, how do you want to do it?
Whatever you want to do.
All right, you want to keep rolling? All right, we'll keep rolling then.
Close this meeting.
Yeah.
Mary Agnes, I'm
Yes.
just gonna leave this stuff here, I'm gonna scoot.
You're gonna scoot? Okay. All right,
My part's done.
all right, very good. Do you want me to put that back in your office at the end?
I'll just
Good,
grab it
you
in the
come
morning.
tomorrow? Okay, all right, very good, thank you. All right, the next meeting is also September 14th, 2022. Yeah, I adjourned, didn't we adjourn it?
No, you did not.
All right, I need a motion to adjourn, please.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion to adjourn at 7:49 and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Nays? Hearing none, motion carried. All right, let's begin the next one. Okay. 7:49, we're starting this one. All right, do you want to do this Pledge of Allegiance? We have some people that weren't here for the first part, so please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please, Sherry.
Bev.
Here.
Mary Agnes.
Here.
Tom.
Here.
Sherry. Here. Carl's absent.
Okay. All right, we need agenda approval, and I have a couple of items that we're going to have to work on first. First one is a request for payment to be added under new business, item number 8, for Duluth Construction at invoice number 3999. It's for $2,250 for an emergency water main break repair. Number 9, in new business, we're asking that you approve the resolution number 2022-28. That's for the adoption of the St. Clair County Hazard Mitigation Plan that they prepared. And number 10 is a request for approval of the debt retirement bond payment regarding Water Districts 3 and 4, which is due November 1st, 2022. It is an interest-only payment in the amount of $17,781, and we need to approve that payment as well. So I need a motion to approve the agenda as presented, plus these 3 items under additions. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, we have a motion. Do we have a second?
I second.
All right, we have a motion by Sherry and a second by Bev to approve the agenda with the 3 items. All in favor signify by saying aye, please. Aye.
Aye.
Nays? Hearing none, motion carried. All right, the agenda approval, consent agenda is the first item. We've got regular minutes from August 10th. We have a special meeting from August 22nd. There's also a sealed set of minutes. Approval of the treasurer's report, the reconciliation for the tax account, general checking as of July 31st, both of those. Cash summary report by general fund for July 31st, and the Cottrellville Township investments report dated as of July 31st. Also, the approval of the clerk's report, revenue and expenditure report for August 1st through August 31st, 2022. There's also approval of paychecks, payroll dates from August 1st through August 31st, 2022. Gross total in the amount of $34,268.06. Paycheck numbers 3195 through 3,227. There's also approval of accounts payable. In the opens from August 1st to August 31st, $11,613.62. There's also already paid 52 checks. Check numbers 21334 through 23197 in the amount of $214,452.96. There's also 2 tax payments, I believe, is that what they were?
Yep.
Disbursements in the amount of $284,849.20. So there was a grand total of the payables and the already paids, 54 disbursements in the amount of $499,302.16. There's also correspondence in the way of the Marine City Fire Authority Department runs for the report for August, and Ira Township fire runs for August as well. Now, before we make a motion on that, we have a set of minutes.
I have these for you all to look over.
Okay, we're gonna pass this down, quickly look at them, and then hand them to the next person. It's the meeting of the minutes that was a closed session. There's only one set of minutes, and we have to hang on to those for a year and a day, and then they can be destroyed. Okay, we have a motion, we need to have a motion to approve the consent agenda, listing all of those items previously done, including that set of minutes that's sealed in the envelope.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, we have a motion, do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second by Bell.
Tom?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes,
Bev?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes. Carl absent.
motion carried, thank you very much. The next item is open session. Anyone that has anything to do with anything on the agenda may approach the podium, please, and state your name and address for the record. That's 7:55, and no one's, show the record that no one approached the podium. Okay, the next business is new business. The results of the sealed bid opening for an electronic sign for the Township Hall front yard. The sign sizes were 29 by 87 A and 41 by 87 wide. We had two sealed bids for the signs. The first one was, bidder number one was Hardy and Sons. A was $38,162.79, and B was $45,162.79. Bidder number two is Phillips Sign and Lighting. Bid was stamped and received by the clerk at 9:40, and that one is, A sign is $36,463.42, and B was $42,913.96. The low bidder was, on both sizes, was Phillips Sign. We need a motion to approve that. Just so you know, this money that we're spending is stuff that comes from the federal government. If we don't use it, we lose it.
It's grant money, it doesn't come,
Lose it.
pardon me?
That'll lose it.
You'd rather it go back to,
Yep.
You can't use it for other areas?
all you can use it for is things that affect the whole township.
How about the park?
That, we could do it in the park, but,
Isn't that what Parks and Rec's money's for?
yeah, it's not a line item that you really need to spend on. I mean, we've got,
You don't need a sign.
For $40,000.
okay, this part of the meeting is not usually open for everybody. I was just being courteous, so. Do we have a motion to approve or deny, or what do you want to do? My opinion is the smaller sign would probably be plenty big.
Yeah.
The 29 high by 87.
We get X amount of dollars,
I'm sorry?
we get X amount of dollars from this grant or federal money?
Yeah.
Okay. And this
We got 360-some thousand that's coming in, 361, I think it is.
It's a lot of money for a sign, but
Yeah.
It is.
That we don't need.
You can't use it on that.
Yeah.
Have a meeting, you,
Use it in a park.
I'm sorry?
Why do we need a big expensive sign?
Well, because we have people that tell us that when we post things on the window that they can't see it, but without getting out of their car, and we get more complaints about that sort of
Don't
thing.
make their problem our problem.
Okay, well, everyone,
Spend the money in the park.
we can't really use it in the park unless we got a dedicated thing.
What other uses can we get?
Anything that affects everybody.
We use it for the water boil stuff?
For the what?
Because there was a water boil on Sunday, and I didn't find out until I went to Winter Circle that there was a water boil effect. It wasn't on our website, it wasn't on anything.
It
I
was,
drank a liter of water before I went there.
Emergency preparedness took care of that.
Be notified.
Sir, can we kind of keep, this isn't supposed to be back and forth in here, okay? We gave you guys all a chance to talk, so. I'm sorry about that, but I know that emergency preparedness put it on the, wherever they do, all the television stations, radio stations, whatever they have,
We're not
so.
online, we're not on TV, and it wasn't on our website. I'll talk later. Continue.
Thank you.
Could that money be spent more intelligently? What are our other options? Did you list any of that for?
No, we can't do things like, you know how out in the country, people need need to have internet service. We can't, because part of the township's already covered. So if I spend money out there, then the people along the river are gonna be upset.
Instead of a $40,000 fine, where might the money be more wisely spent?
Okay, well, we've been sitting around for like 6 months figuring out where this goes. We got the first half, when did we get that, December? January maybe, of this year. Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about things, and we have to get it approved. Every time we come up with something, this was one of the things that could be spent on.
$40,000.
Well, it's 36,000, but, you know, I don't,
I think that's absurd. Forgive me, I think it's absurd.
okay, well, like I say, we're not taking a vote on that. We're taking a vote on whether we want to spend it at all. If you don't want to spend it, we'll just, whatever we don't spend, we have to send back, so.
How much? Excuse me,
Excuse me, sir.
how
did
much
you say?
time do we have to come up with places to spend this money at?
We have 2 years.
We got 2 years?
Start list.
Well, they've been talking
From
about
when
it, I haven't been involved too much, but they've been talking about it. And there's things that you can spend on, things you can't. We've done some things, I'm quite sure, I can't remember what they were, but I'm not a big fan of a big sign for $40,000, but
36.
36. Thank you.
You want to table it, or you want to just forget it?
It seems the consensus is not to get it.
Well, let's table it for a month and
Okay, well, this price is
Come
only
back
going to be
to
good till tomorrow, so. This is, everything's going up, so. So are you motioning to table this for a month?
that would be my motion.
All right, do we have a second?
I second.
Okay, Bev, second. All in favor signify by saying aye, please.
Aye.
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 Nays, hearing none, motion carried. The next item is results of the bid for asphalt sealing of certain township properties. The township parking lot, the basketball court, the township bike path, Strand paving from Kimball Township, the bid was $7,540. Aztec Asphalt from Marlette, Michigan's bid was $10,400. The low bid was obviously Strand paving. Is that hot mix that they're using?
I can call him right now, I told him he'd probably get a call from me during the meeting.
Okay, if it's the stuff in the bucket, I'm not in favor of that.
They're doing, I asked them what jobs they got in the area, they're doing the Catholic Church in Algonac and Carson's Island.
I don't know.
Hang on a second.
Is this federal money also?
No.
This? No.
No.
This is our money. It's to maintain things that we have. You have to seal the parking lot every other year. You have to fill in all the cracks,
Hang on
clean
just a
it.
second, Justin.
Hold on.
I got you on speakerphone. What was your question, Mary Agnes?
I want to know what kind of sealant are you using? Is it hot mix or is it something you take out of buckets?
What we use is called coal tar sealer, and we get it distributed to us in bulk. We have a 6,000 gallon holding tank. We're spraying it out of a 1,000 gallon tank that's attached to our truck.
And it's hot?
Yes, it's hot.
That's what I wanted to make sure. All right.
All right, thanks, Justin.
No problem. If you guys have any questions, feel free to call me.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we need a motion to approve. If you want to spend $7,540 for the low bid.
I'll make a motion to approve the bid.
Okay.
What,
Did we-
I got a quick question, I don't even know. When was the last time we had this done?
It's been, well, we didn't do it through 20 with COVID because we couldn't get it. But the last time we had the low bid was the other contractor, and then you didn't want to, it was when Chartier was still here. You guys didn't think that because the leaves were coming down that we'd have leaves all over the parking lot.
The only reason I'm saying that is he said his process is good for at least 3 to 4 years. They recommend every 2, but,
Yeah, that's what they recommend.
okay. Just as long, just want to make sure we get apples for apples, that's
Yeah,
all.
we don't have to do it every other year if you don't want to. It's just that when those
Okay.
cracks open up, that
Water
year,
gets in,
we seen
yeah.
how far that opened up this corner from our building over to the garage. It opened up that far, and it got full of water, and then it froze and broke, and
Can we use the federal money for that? Because that
no,
benefits everybody? No. Okay.
That's maintenance.
yeah, we gotta take care of our own
Well,
stuff,
just-
so.
yeah.
All right, we had a motion, and did we have a second? I'm sorry, I didn't.
No.
No? Do we have a second for the $7,540 bid?
My second.
Okay. He also said that he wasn't sure he could get it done this year.
He assured me he will get it done this year.
He did?
Yes.
Okay, because that's not what his bid said, but all right, as long as you're
He
assured.
personally assured me that they'll be doing it in between St. Catharines
Well, he
and,
says in this, I may be able to squeeze you in doing those jobs.
yeah, he assured me it'll get done this year.
Okay, all right. So all in favor signify by saying aye. By roll call vote, please.
Mary Agnes.
Yes,
Bev.
Yes.
Tom.
Yes.
Sherry. Yes.
motion carried. The next item is request for approval of the debt retirement bond payment regarding the St. Clair County Supply System number 12, Series 2008, which is due October 1st. It's an interest payment in the amount of $10,875. The agent fee is $75, and it's also known as Water District 2A. The check will be made payable to the St. Clair County Department of Public Works in the amount of $10,950 and must be delivered to the county prior to September 19th to make our financial obligation. I need a motion to approve the payment of $10,950 to St. Clair County for the Water District 2 bond payment.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, do we have a second?
I second.
We have a motion and a second to spend that. All in favor signify by saying aye. By roll call vote, please.
Tom.
Yes.
Mary Agnes.
Yes,
Bev.
Yes.
Sherry. Yes.
motion carried. Thank you very much. The next item is a motion to approve or deny the renewal of the special assessment for fire and police protection and repairs and maintenance to our township roads, beginning with the winter tax bill for 2023 through 2027.
I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second. All in favor signify by saying aye. By roll call vote, please.
Bev.
Yes.
Mary Agnes.
Yes,
Tom.
Yes.
Sherry. Yes.
motion carried. Thank you very much. Next item is request for approval of the Cottrellville Township application for the local road system funding, assisting for 2023 for $100,000 match money from the St. Clair County Road Commission. That is that money that I was telling you about. Let me see here.
That's part of the gravel haul. Is that part of the gravel haul?
No, no,
No?
no, this is just taking care of Shortcut Road
Oh,
for the first, let me see how, I think the address is 6,039. Oh, is that the right one? It's our local road money that we always hear this. F5 is what it is. Okay, Cottrellville Township would like to see the shortcut road beginning at the east end at Marsh milled off. Salvage the millings and pile them in the township park on Shortcut Road in the parking lot for us to use on our walking paths. Prepare the base of stone, place 2.5 inches of asphalt base, then 1.5 inches of wearing course of asphalt. We are requesting a match of $100,000 for the first 3,100 lineal feet, which brings us to about the address 6039 Shortcut Road. If possible, please include cleaning the ditches and replacement of culverts where necessary for this coming 2023 season, and next year another $100,000 match, and the third year the balance of the road to Starville. That's what I'm requesting. And the money comes out of our road millage fund. We need a motion to approve that local road system for 2023. I will so move.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by me and a second by the clerk. All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call vote, please.
And money's coming out of the thing we just renewed.
I'm sorry?
The money comes out of what we just renewed.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. If that didn't get renewed, then we couldn't do this, no.
Okay.
Tom?
Yes.
Bev?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you very much. We have a request by the Deputy Clerk, Michelle Apt, for approval of township policies and procedures regarding, and it's a misprint, it says dishonest, it should be dishonored payments.
This is on. Oh, over here.
Yeah, Treasurer's Office. This is known as the Township Policy and Procedure Number 2022-01. I don't know, has everybody read it? Do we need it?
I have a question about it.
Okay.
Under number 1, it refers to ACH payments with the balance on the utility billing invoice. What about the payments that go to taxes, building department? Because there's, checks received in other areas. And I just wondered if, like, number 2 could be any tax, utility, or any payment made to any account that is paid with a check includes the payments made towards tax, utility, building permits. Because I don't know if it's strictly for water billing.
No, it says for balance due on utility billing, and
But it talks about any account that is paid, but I thought
Right.
the tax and that should be mentioned.
okay, well, the problem was, the way it was explained to me, maybe your deputy wrote this up, but
Yeah.
what she explained to me was that people were paying on the last day
Right.
before it rolled
I
the
know what they
taxes,
were doing.
and they wrote a check and the check bounced.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now we gotta do a whole lot of backing everything out, and then, and another thing they do is they write a bad check to begin with, so they don't have to pay the penalty. Well, we've got more invested in time trying to figure that out.
Well, we do all have that in taxes and the building department permits too.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's why I say, I thought there should be some designation of the other.
Oh, we can change it if you want.
Just
It
to
can be
add some more
changed. Yeah.
information to it.
We'll have Michelle write down what you want, and we'll
Yeah,
give it to
sure,
Michelle
Yeah.
tomorrow or next week, and she can do this, and
It's
if you
just
want
about
to
utility
table this for
billing,
right now.
And it is a lot of work.
Yeah.
Once the check bounces, it goes back and gets sent back.
Yeah, and if they've received 2 dishonored checks 2 times, then they're required to pay in cash, money order, or certified check. because trying to chase them for the money is not a good idea either.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of bookwork then to
Yes,
redo
right.
everything after you.
All right, well, if that's all right with you, then we'll table this till next
Right,
month,
and
and
add
and then
something.
add your ideas,
Right.
and get it approved by Michelle. She figured this out, so. All right,
Okay.
we have a motion to table. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All right, we're gonna vote on that. All in favor signify by saying aye, please. Nays, hearing none, motion carried. All right, let's go to the next item here. Request by Deputy Treasurer Nicole Hart. She wants either the cleaning of or the replacement of the carpeting in the Township Hall, as well as request to purchase 2 dehumidifiers and the purchase of a damp rid for the mustiness in the basement of the hall. This addition was built in 2005. It's not had, God, the last time I paid to have the carpet done, and we had just, had a Halloween party in here, and I think it was full of mud from the kids doing something outside, or maybe, no, it was an Easter egg hunt, that's what it was, and then we had it cleaned. So that was quite a few years ago. We haven't had anything for Parks and Rec now in about 3 years, so. It's, she just makes, an idea, so she only gave it to me Wednesday afternoon, and I didn't have time to do any running around trying to find pricing or anything. If you think the carpet is that bad that we can't get away with just cleaning it,
That's for sure.
well, we'll get it cleaned.
Where is bad?
but until we get it washed, I suppose we won't know.
Getting it cleaned.
Yeah, all right, that's what I would be in favor of too.
Yeah.
Tom, what do you think?
That's fine with me.
And then I'm for the humidifier and that stuff, because that basement was terrible when
Two.
we had to get it cleaned.
2 humidifiers.
Yeah.
All right.
Do we have an alarm on that?
Not yet.
Sump pump now?
Nope. I don't think he's finished the rest of the, has he put all the insulation back in the bond of the house, the bond of the building?
I'm not sure.
I don't know, I haven't been down there.
Who's working on that? Who's doing the work on it?
Jack McEwen.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'll check on that too.
Would he be the one putting in an alarm for that, or?
No, I gotta get a plumber. Unless I can get Nick to do it for me.
Is that gonna be like one that'll go to a cell phone or?
Yeah. It probably should go to a couple cell phones. Okay.
Otherwise, we're gonna be right back in the mess we were with all the walls.
Yeah, okay. All right, so what do we want to do? We just want to clean the carpet right now and then get pricing on 2 dehumidifiers?
You can see what it looks like when it's cleaned, and if it's bad when it gets dirty, again, get the carpeting.
Okay, fair enough.
Give it a chance to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to make that in the form of a motion?
I make a motion with the carpeting that we get it cleaned at this point.
Okay. I'll support. All in favor signify by saying aye, please. We're still spending money. I don't have a price yet, so
Is that something we get a couple prices on, or? I don't know.
if you'd like, yep.
Well,
I don't even know if the guy that did it the last time is in business anymore, so. All right.
Cleaning and assessment, what they think of it.
If you've got somebody that you've used before that's tried and true, give me their names and I'll contact them and give them all a chance
If you want
to.
to wait until after November, the election, when a bunch of people are going to be tramping all kinds of stuff
Good
in.
idea.
Oh, yeah,
And
good
then
idea.
Be prudent about our money.
Okay.
Okay, we'll let you break into the meeting for that.
Tom?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Tom?
Yes.
Beth?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes,
Sherry? Yes.
motion carried. All right. Public comments. Mr. Roberts, now you get a turn. Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry, hang on, one more minute, stay put, honey.
Oh, no, we're good. These are neighbors, we're.
Stay right there, honey.
Oh.
All right,
Okay, I'll stay with them.
yeah, don't help me. All right, under new business, number 8, we have a request for payment to Duluth Construction, invoice number 3999, dated August 4th, in the amount of $2,250 for an emergency call-out on August 3rd, 2022, for a water main break repair that was on McKinley and Markle Road near 6506 Markle Road. I would like to make a motion to pay Mr. Delude his $2,250. Do
I'll
we have a second?
Yep.
All right. All in favor signify by saying aye. By roll call vote, please.
Bev?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes.
Motion carried. The next item is the approval of resolution number 2022 for the adoption of the St. Clair County Hazard Mitigation Plan. They just voted on that through emergency preparedness, August 18th. They sent me a format for it. I prepared it with the things that go in it, and I've attached it in your pile here someplace, there.
Did we skip over public comments?
I'm sorry?
We're here right now.
Just about there.
Sorry,
That's okay.
thought I had it off.
All right, what this is something that they renew every 5 years. It's been taken care of since July 15th of 2015. It's just agreeing that we were gonna follow the same plan that the St. Clair County Emergency Preparedness wants to have. There's a link, I just got it like day before yesterday. I've got a link on it, and I think I sent it to you guys. It's 221 pages, and I didn't want to print it and hand it to you, so I figured if you want to look at it, you can go on, but I think it should go on the website so that if the public wants to read it, they can read it as well. But this is a motion to sign the application on behalf of Cottrellville Township to the county. And I have to sign it. Do we have a motion? I can't make the motion.
I so move.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Nays, hearing none, motion carried. All right, the last item is, this one just came in this morning, request for approval of a debt retirement bond payment for the other water line, series number 2009. It's due November 1st, and it's an interest-only payment also in the amount of $17,781.25. And it should be made payable to the St. Clair County Department of Public Works prior to October 14th. And because it was so close to our meeting next month, I didn't want it to
Be late.
be late. Sherry gets really nervous when things are on her desk, so I'm trying to keep her happy. So I would so move to pay that bill
I
in the
make a
amount.
motion to pay this.
Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay.
I'll second.
All right. All in favor signify by saying aye. By roll call vote, please.
Tom?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes?
Bev?
Yes.
Sherry? Yes.
Motion carried. Now, I think we're ready for public comments. Okay.
I'm referring to,
Is there any way you can get up there, because people at home can't hear you? Okay? Shall we move some chairs for you? Tom, can you give him a hand with that? Are you guys dancing or what?
We got you. You're good. You all set?
yeah, thank you.
Everybody in Robert's Landing wants to hear you.
Okay, thanks, guys, thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
As I was saying,
Give us your name and address, please, for the record.
yeah, Fred Roberts, 8646 River Road, Roberts Landing. I'm referring to two articles, front page articles in the Times Herald concerning this receipt evidently, within a week, front page about Cottrellville. Questions linger on unpaid receipt. Cottrellville Township boards decided to send the issue to the Michigan Department of Treasury. And the people are pretty worked up at this time. I wasn't here when this was discussed. Residents of Cottrellville, however, are not done with it. They still want to know why the receipt was signed, et cetera, et cetera. What has been done with this?
It's
What?
already had 2 meetings, and it's been tabled for a little while until we get some kind of results from the auditor. the township auditor.
It says the state police, and
No, state police isn't going to be called
Okay.
unless the auditor says we should.
so something's being done.
Yes, it's being worked on.
Okay. And I have a comment that we decided on this October 1st for a decision on the motor mess down here at the corner. October 1st.
For Motor City.
Yeah.
Oh, Green City.
Motor City auto repair.
Green City,
Green City.
okay, yes, we
Yeah.
have, that's how long we have to wait, because that's what we gave him at the planning commission a year ago.
Okay.
He had till October 1st.
So at that time, he has to show some,
He has to show us something probably, yes, by then. But what
I
I'd
know.
like to do, we're making some other arrangements, so,
I know that's what you said, that good stuff, okay. So we're going to be doing something on that.
yes, sir.
But, and I say again, two front page articles in the local paper with Cottrellville Township. You know, we just got to settle those things before you start getting
Okay,
unnecessary publicity, like what the heck you doing up there and so on.
all right, very good, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You guys want to give him a hand back to his chair?
That chair over there.
Yeah, but he might roll away on that.
Yeah, hold on to it.
He can't keep that steady to sit down in it.
Wheel it up to your car, man, there you go. Mr.
All right.
President.
And don't make him dizzy. All right, is there anyone else in public comments that would you please approach the podium and give us your name and address, please?
Frank Lorkowski, 8407 River Road. This was a special meeting with the agenda at 7 o'clock that was tabled, right?
What was tabled?
About the adoption of the renewal for police, fire protection, and road maintenance.
No, we talked till 10 minutes to 8. You were here by then, weren't you?
Yes, we were, but I mean, I thought that was tabled.
No, that
No, it
wasn't.
wasn't.
Just,
But you voted it through on item 4?
yep.
So originally, we voted to table it.
No, we
No,
didn't.
we never
No, we
tabled
didn't do that.
Question,
Can
okay.
you read back into your notes for that meeting, please?
Yeah, the original one was,
Said all yes. You motioned, Bev seconded?
was that under item
Yes.
4?
To approve.
That was during the regular meeting.
During the regular.
During the regular meeting, you voted yes. During the special meeting, it was voted tabled. That's
No,
why I
it
put a
wasn't.
question
No,
mark.
the only thing we tabled
No,
was
I circled,
sign.
I
All right,
circled
all right.
approved.
All right, well,
Is that it, sir?
it is.
Thank you.
Item number 2,
Oh, I'm sorry.
the people that burned down their houses in my neighborhood are still getting loads of wood delivered. And I would appreciate it, and I'm tired of having to come up here and ask. They don't have a license to sell firewood on Roberts Road in M29, we all know who we're talking about. Why did he just get a load of wood delivered?
I have no idea. I did not know.
Then, how can we, 2 months now, I've been coming in here and asking you to shut them down. Shut them down or don't shut them down. Let me know if you're not gonna shut them down, and that way, when he burns my house down, I know where to go. That's all I'm asking.
All right, thank you.
Not unreasonable, I thought.
All right, anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
I will give my name. My sister says it's fine. Roseanne Durant. I just had issues with Zorn the last time I gave my name and stuff. It was bad.
You did what?
I had issues with him when I gave my name in that, at one of the meetings. He, like, threw stuff in my yard and they would drive by and call me names and stuff.
What's your address, Mrs. Duran?
7395 Marsh Road.
7395
95.
Marsh, okay.
So my question is, I pay taxes for the park and recreation, correct? The fund? It
Well,
comes-
it's county tax, yes.
It's county tax.
And then
what-
they send our back.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Then they send some of it back.
So what is happening with that money?
It's just accumulating.
And what are we doing with it?
it's just accumulating right now. We haven't been able to do anything with COVID, and I haven't gotten
You
back to.
haven't been able to fix the park because of COVID?
Well, all we do is cut the grass. We have parties there, we have to clean up the,
But it's sad. I took my grandkids there and I don't know if I'll take them back. This has been a couple years now and my grandbabies love it. They can't play in the sandbox. The weeds are this high. The cranes have been broke for 2 years. And I definitely will not bring them back until it's taken care of or until spring again, because in the beginning it's fine, but I just brought them there last week and the whole playground, the weeds are like this, and you got them round little picky ball things. We were covered. My 3-year-old had it in his shorts. I had to pull them out of there. They were sticking in my finger. All of us, our pants, our shoes, we were covered with them. And that's no way to have the kids play, and they love it. They love the play set and stuff. Why is it not being taken care of?
I don't know, probably because I just don't have enough hours in the day. And it's a volunteer thing, and
Don't you hire a lawn guy?
we have he cuts the grass.
Why doesn't he weed whack?
He does weed whack.
Well, why isn't he weed whacking underneath the...
I don't know why he didn't. No one's told me he has. I know he whacked it the other day because he told me there was a bee's nest and we had to call someone in and get rid of the bees.
Well, I don't know.
He found a nest, so
Wonder
he
what
must
they
be
do
weed whacking
whack,
around the
because I had
tree.
the kids down there a couple days ago.
Isn't-
Underneath the whole playground. Underneath
That's,
the whole...
that's where the bark's at, right, Roseanne?
What's that?
Is that where the bark is, not the grass?
It's
like a
the
mulch?
park itself, right, the
Yeah,
playground.
mulch part in the playground.
You can't even see the
Well,
cedar chips
he must have
anymore.
found it because when he hit the weed whack around the train set is where he found
Oh, is that where he-
the bee. Yeah,
okay.
and I
Well,
sent
then maybe he weed whacked. I'll look tomorrow because...
I sent him out there, the bug guy, to go take care of the nest.
But the weeds are growing through the mulch?
It's terrible.
Well, it needs mulch, but
Well, if we have any sitting there.
I know it just takes time to chase the guy down to make sure that we have to get special mulch. It was 5 years ago, it was $2,500 a semi-load. And it's probably gonna be twice that now, so, and then I have to pay somebody.
What about, instead of doing the sign, why can't we use that
Because
grant
we have money for that, so. We have to use the money that we use from the county. If we don't use that, they ask for it back.
Okay, well, I didn't know, because you said about this money for this grant thing or the sign
know,
or whatever
I
could
know.
be used to benefit anybody, so why couldn't we invest? Like I said, they couldn't even play in the sandbox.
Okay, all right.
And it's sad, because they enjoy
It is.
coming over and going on that playground and doing the train and,
Well, the
you
guy
know.
that used to bring the sand there for free every year was my husband, and he's been dead for 5 years, so we don't.
We have to start paying for it then.
Well, yeah, or else we have to hook Tommy into getting his
well,
son to
the
bring
park,
us
we're
up.
paying taxes for the park, let our kids enjoy it.
Okay, we'll
You know,
do
like I
that.
said, them things
Are
hurt.
you
Like, I was
volunteering
trying
to be
pull
on
them
the
off
parks?
and they stab you,
Are
they
you
hurt.
volunteering to be on the Parks and Rec? Because
Nope,
we
I
could
did
do some.
before, I was before, no, I won't do it.
You weren't in this area.
Yes, I was.
I don't remember you being there, and I've been served on it since the beginning.
That was before you.
Hmm?
That was before you.
It was during Kelly's time.
Oh, well, she didn't count.
That was a little rude.
She didn't have any.
That's my question.
Can't even count
That's
that
my
one.
concern, to bring it up. Don't know if you guys know what it's like over there, but
Okay.
it's bad.
I appreciate your time and
It's bad.
trouble. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you're welcome to get back on Parks and Rec. Yeah. All right, is there anyone else that would like to speak? If not, I would like to, comments. You guys want to talk about anything else, board members? I think that's the tail end. We have, China Township's holding a car show on Saturday, September 17th, from 10 to 4. They've invited you, if you want to go.
I was thinking, when is the mailbox gonna be put in? Was it Carl?
The one in the building?
Yeah.
We just never got back to it. I asked Mr. McEwen to get me a price on it, so, and he hasn't come in with a
Because it should
price.
help with the voting, your ballots and stuff.
Okay. All right, well, we'll work on that too. All right,
People like to hand them to a person.
yes. It seems to be.
Absentee ballots, they like to bring them in.
All right, if there's any other comments, Mr. Kaufman, no? No? All right. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn at 8:33. I'll so move.
I'll
Do we have a
second.
second?
I'll second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carried. Thank you very much. Thanks for attending, everyone.